Welcome to Books for Success. Today, we're unraveling the insights from The 4-Hour Body by Timothy Ferriss. Grasp the findings and research of professionals on hacking the human body and start redesigning yours to change your life. You'll learn the concept of the 4-hour body, how med works, how to gain 34 pounds of muscle in 28 days, how to produce 15-minute female orgasms, how to lose 30 pounds in 30 days without exercising. If you find our content valuable, like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Don't be shy about dropping your book suggestions for us to summarize. Let's grow and succeed together. Small changes can bring great results with minimum effort. You don't have to work at your maximum to reach your desired goals. Sometimes you need to work smarter, not harder. And what if it doesn't bring what you want? Take your time with forming conclusions. Test and correct the methods first to apply them to your needs. For instance, you can quickly raise insulin sensitivity by eating pastries with cinnamon for Sunday's brunch or using grapefruit juice to prolong the fat-burning effect of caffeine. But what if you want to lose 2% of your body fat in 14 days? Doctors say it's harmful and impractical. They are right to some extent. Yet we can find exceptions and solutions. You can affect genetic predispositions and change the fiber type of your muscles. You can lose fat while eating lots of food. Those who set the rules tend to generalize, while there is more sense in seeking answers on how to break the rules and get what you need. The 4-hour body approach integrates tiny and straightforward lifestyle changes to lose fat, gain weight, make sex better, and improve sleep. The tips are direct and detailed, so you won't be able to misinterpret them, and visible results will inspire you to keep going. Every diet you can find online consists of the same basic principles. Adding more veggies to your meals. Decreasing the amount of saturated fat consumed. Exercising to burn more calories. Adding omega-3 fatty acids to your diet. This advice can help you, but it brings even more questions, and the results will occur after a significant period. Instead, let's try something new, provocative, but highly efficient. Do you want to lose fat? Try drinking lemon juice before every meal. Building muscles? Add ginger to your food. Any difficulties with falling asleep? Get ready for a cold shower before bed. 2.5% of the subject leads to 95% of the goal. To learn a foreign language, you need to obtain 2,500 words in your vocabulary to understand 95% of regular conversations. It takes approximately 5 months to learn Spanish at this level. You will need around 5 years to increase the percentage to 98%. So, out of a native speaker's vocabulary of 100,000 words, you only need 2.5%. It shows how perfect requires much more effort than good. You can use the same principle for building the body of your dreams. The minimum effective dose, is the least possible dose to generate the outcome. For example, water starts boiling at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius, and increasing the temperature won't bring a better result. The same happens when you want to tan on a beach. Staying out longer than 15 minutes leads to skin damage. While working on your body, you should remember the 2 essential meds. To get rid of body fat, make the slightest effort to trigger a fat loss flow of certain hormones. To build muscles, make the least effort to trigger specific muscles and hormones to turn on the process of growing. To redesign your body rapidly, remember the following rules. Exercise doesn't burn many calories. Counting how many steps you need to make or kilometers to run to burn off that Snickers bar is easy and fun, but it's ineffective. Instead, pay attention to hormones and heat. Start with 20 pounds, 9 kilos. You need to set a viable goal for your fat loss journey. No matter how much you weigh, start with this number. Find a perfect ratio of diet, exercise, and supplements. The recommended one is 60%, 30%, 10%, but you can play around to adjust it to your lifestyle. Exercise isn't physical recreation. You can play football and tennis or practice yoga, yet you need simple exercise that you can track to reach the goal. Remember that losing fat isn't a fun game, even though you will enjoy it. So, stick to the recommendations to reach your results faster. Genetics don't determine everything. It's normal for people to switch from eating more to less in a continuous wave. However, this habit negatively affects your weight loss process and must be controlled. Try to schedule a cheat day when you can eat all the forbidden food in the quantity you want. By doing so, you can prevent regular compulsive overeating. Your body type is encoded in your genes. For example, if your parents' weight is over average, you will likely have a similar figure. But interestingly, fatness is not always genetic. And even if you are predisposed to it, you can still take responsibility and change it. If you follow the diet, train regularly, and don't have any health problems, you will start losing weight shortly. Negative thinking adds even more pressure. So it's better to rid yourself of labels and believe in your strength to handle weight loss. Marketing is another enemy on your path. Watch out, this one is tricky. Interestingly, marketing specialists use many terms to influence your mind with nonsense and make you spend more money. Take note, these are the words you should stop using: cellulite, shaping, toning, and firming. The other terms that sound scientific but need definitions are health, optimal, and fitness. The results are supposed to be measurable in body redesign. Saying, "I want to be healthy," won't bring you anywhere, as it remains unclear what you must do to be healthy. The same situation is with optimal. People overuse the term in advertisements and media but don't give any details. Also, marketers built a myth that women's weight loss programs differ from those for men. This idea is merely an influence of capitalism. It doesn't mean that you will eat the same amount of food or train in a gym in the same way, but you need to learn the same basis that works for both sexes. Did you know? The term cellulite was first used in Vogue in 1968, creating a worldwide wave of horror among women. In reality, it is simply fat, not a disease. Your journey will reach the goal when it becomes a must-have, not a nice-to-have. You may feel lost before starting a diet, so to plan it correctly, begin with collecting data. For instance, your basal metabolic rate, or BMR, is the most crucial information you need. It shows you your daily calorie intake to keep the same weight and the minimum calories you need to keep processes moving in your body. Then, by using oversimplification, it's not good, but it helps. You can count how many calories and pounds of fat you lose. To get this information, Google BMR to calculate yours. It would help if you implemented the rules that will keep you on track. Take photos of your meals instead of a food diary. Even if you don't have a prescribed plan, it will give you a bigger picture of your food strategy. Add some gamification to the process. Once you see changing numbers, you feel a positive wave of inspiration. Start a competition. The fear of losing money or peer pressure can help you focus on your goals. Take a photo of yourself in underwear and leave it on the wall or fridge to remember the before picture. To lose 20 pounds in a month, you need to change one of the three aspects: diet, exercise, or supplements. After a month, you will be 2 sizes down. It's a dramatic change in your appearance. You can achieve these results by following the slow-carb diet. Avoid carbohydrates such as bread, tortillas, rice, pasta, potatoes, and cereal. Also, exclude fried food with breading. Simplify your menu by eating the same meal again for weeks. This short list will help you create meals using any amount of each. Proteins: eggs, chicken breast or thigh, pork, fish, beef. Legumes: lentils, soybeans, black beans, red beans, pinto beans. Vegetables: spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, sauerkraut, kimchi, asparagus, peas, green beans. Then, once a week, schedule a day to eat as much fast food and other meals that aren't on your plan as you want. Eat a lunch-like meal for breakfast to consume more protein. The slow-carb diet requires you to eat vegetables that aren't calorically dense. However, by adding legumes, you can have a well-balanced meal. There are no strict rules about when to start eating breakfast and when to have the day's last meal. Yet, try to eat breakfast within the first hour of waking up. Drinking a lot of water and unsweetened tea is also helpful for weight loss. On the other hand, it's better to exclude any milk, soft drinks, and juices. You can have a limited amount of alcohol, specifically, 2 glasses of red wine daily. People mistakenly overestimate the need for fruits. Due to fructose, you should limit the number of fruits, including tomatoes and avocados, you eat when following the diet. The best option is to eat fruits as a part of your cheat meal once a week. When we eat fruits, the level of cholesterol increases, and the same happens with iron. Women get rid of excessive iron during menstruation, while for men, it's dangerous. Surprisingly, going wild with food one day a week helps lose weight. Choose a day wisely, Friday or Saturday, so you can enjoy ice cream, cookies, fries, burgers, pizza, and whatever you like. Ferriss claims he makes himself sick of eating the guilty pleasures, so he can't even look at them the whole week. On this day, you have no limits. You don't need to count calories. Don't worry when the next day you see that you've put on weight. It's just water, and you will be back to normal in a few days. However, drinking even more water on cheat days and a glass of grapefruit juice might be helpful before lunch. Due to the menstrual cycle, some women might need more than one weekly cheat day. Listen to your body, and replace your lunch if you're craving junk food. So, in total, you will have one day and one meal. It's the last few pounds that are the most difficult to lose. Everyone has a different goal and amount of fat to lose. For those who aim to lose 50 to 100 pounds, you may feel a lot of pressure when thinking of your start weight. Follow these simple tips and tricks to make your journey easier. You can lose more than 2 pounds weekly. If your starting weight is extensive, you could lose at least 5 pounds. If you don't, double-check your plan. Don't buy Domino foods. It's hard to stop eating snacks like nuts, cookies, or chips, as you have a whole bag of them. Provoking yourself isn't a good idea. Organic food is optional. If you can afford it, then go for it. But eating organic vegetables isn't compulsory for losing weight. Mix protein with veggies. Find the vegetables that you enjoy and mix them with protein. Following this formula, you will never put the weight back on again. You need to add specific exercises to your schedule to develop abs because low body fat is crucial. But more is required. Try the cat vomit exercise and the myotatic crunch. The myotatic crunch is a more efficient floor crunch because of the angle. Your body fully stretches, and you can use muscle reflexes to push yourself up. You can use a Swiss ball or bozu, holding your buttocks as close to the floor as possible. The cat vomit exercise comprises the following steps. Start with a cat pose without arching your back. Exhale with your mouth and tense your abs. Hold your breath and push your belly inward as hard as possible for 10 seconds. Inhale through your nose. Then relax for one slow breath and repeat the exercise at least 10 times. Also, women can benefit from front and side plank poses to build an hourglass shape. Did you know? You can use cinnamon to decrease the glycemic index of a meal by 1/3. The glycemic index indicates how different foods affect your blood sugar level. A woman must be mentally and physically relaxed to achieve orgasm. Sex is a source of pleasure and a human need. It's a significant part of life, so we can't ignore this topic when we discuss health improvement. Cher Height claims that according to her research, only 30% of American women achieve orgasm from penetration during sex. Her colleague Alfred Kinsey offers even more upsetting data: every second woman in the U.S. never experiences orgasm. In fact, a man is only partly responsible for the outcome of intercourse. He can only help a woman. The rest of the work she must do herself. So, to change the situation and finally reach the big O, you must start by looking inwards first. Regular masturbation can be beneficial as it allows women to explore their bodies and discover what brings them the most pleasure. Moreover, it's easier to orgasm while you are by yourself, and there's no pressure or additional stress that might distract you. If you are eager to start doing it, begin with short sessions before going to sleep or right after you wake up. Do you feel guilt? After some time, it will pass. Once you feel comfortable pleasing yourself, you can try it with your partner. The next crucial point is that a woman must relax. If she has worries, it becomes nearly impossible to reach her peak. Switch your focus to sensations in your body, and don't let your intrusive thoughts whisk you away from the moment. Once you are ready to move on to practice, try 2 simple tips that could transform your sex life. Experiment with the angle during penetration. Women get more pleasure when the head of a penis reaches the so-called G-spot. Change the position. Make sure your partner's pelvic bone touches your clitoris. The rubbing gives a woman extra pleasure. In most cases, a woman has to stimulate her clitoris to reach orgasm. However, you can upgrade some poses, so she won't need to do so. For example, you can use a pillow under the woman's hips to change the angle in the missionary pose for extra pleasure. A woman can also pull her knees closer to the chest or put her feet on the bed to push herself up. While experimenting with the cowgirl pose, you can use an armless chair instead of simply sitting on the bed to get a better angle. Track your sleep efficiency to find out if you have problems with sleep. We spend 1/3 of the day sleeping, so it's a significant part of our lives. Interestingly, to lose weight, you need proper rest during the night when your body takes time to recover. Let's dive into the details. People have numerous problems with sleep, but we can divide them into 3 major categories. Onset. Insomnia is when it takes you a while to find a comfortable position and fall asleep. Middle. Insomnia is when you keep waking up throughout the night. Terminal. Insomnia is when you wake up too early and can't fall asleep again. If you are experiencing any of these, experiment with your sleeping conditions and pre-bed routine by following these helpful tips and tricks. Lie on your belly and turn your head to the right. Keep your right arm under the pillow and your left beside your body. Then, make a 90-degree angle with your right knee. This position can improve your sleep as it prevents you from moving. People sleep better in colder temperatures, between 67 degrees Fahrenheit and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, or 65 degrees Fahrenheit if they wear socks to keep their feet warm. In contrast, too warm temperatures prevent you from falling asleep. Your last meal of the day should be full of protein and fat. Eating a steak 3 hours before bed will thwart sleeplessness. Start exercising. It has a positive impact on the depth of your sleep. Try a cold bath 1 hour before your bedtime. The usual monophasic sleep requires 7 to 10 hours of uninterrupted rest per night. However, there is another approach, polyphasic sleep, which means you can break down one sleeping session into a few smaller ones throughout the day. This type of sleep can significantly benefit new parents. Even geniuses like Thomas Edison preferred it to a standard one. Some methods are more difficult to implement, consisting of numerous 20-minute naps and only a few hours of sleep at night. You can experiment with the simplest one, siesta, which requires only one extra rest at midday. Adding a short nap allows you to sleep less by approximately 100 minutes and feel well rested. Conclusion. Once you decide to be the driver of your life and not just a passive passenger, your journey to a better self will begin. Shortly after implementing small changes, you will notice visible results. You don't have to start your new lifestyle from scratch. Pick the advice that resonates with your life and improve those parts. However, you can also dive deeper into wellness since your body will pay you back afterward. To start your weight loss journey, you must take responsibility for your life. Prove that everyone was wrong and that you have the power to take your body under control. You need to follow a recommended diet and exercise to lose weight effectively. Also, if you are interested in biohacking, you can add vitamins to help on your way. You can achieve a better weight loss result if you have enough sleep, so try to analyze whether you have problems with falling asleep and implement one of the recommendations. Sex is another part of our well-being. Due to human anatomy, women struggle to reach orgasm quite often. Even though the current generation is very open-minded, you may feel uncomfortable sharing intimate details. However, honest communication with your partner can help you to find a way to experience more pleasure in bed. Subsequently, such revelations will contribute to your overall health and happiness. Experiment with the tips to find a comfortable way to redesign your body. Remember that they are only recommendations. You must consult your doctor before changing your diet or adding supplements. Try this. Choose one small tip or advice from the book and test it for at least a week. Suggest your friend or partner follow a recommended diet together so you can compete. Start practicing an extra nap throughout the day. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you've enjoyed our summary, consider reading the full book for a more in-depth exploration. Before you go, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this video with someone who could benefit from these insights. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing.